Hi doctors, how are you on week 3? Okay, those of you who are working, again, I want to say thank you. Well done, guys. You are superheroes. Okay, so today we're going to continue looking at modal verbs. Remember last week we looked at the modal verbs of speculation. She might have a dog. She must have a garden. She might enjoy cycling, for example. Okay, today we're going to look at modal verbs of obligation. Okay, so here I have the first bit of practice. All right, you have to wear a seatbelt in a car. You must remember to call Billy. It's his birthday. All right, now both of these modal verbs, have to and must, refer to an obligation. All right, so they're very similar. But what's the difference between the two? Well, the first one, you have to wear a seatbelt in a car. Who tells you this is the obligation? Yeah, it's the police, it's the law. So the obligation is external from another person. You must remember to call Billy. It's his birthday. This one, the obligation comes from yourself. It's a personal obligation. I don't want to forget Billy. Billy is my friend. I must remember to call him. Okay? So, have to and must are both obligations, but have to comes from somewhere else, and must is a personal obligation. All right? Now, the other difference with these two is how we use them in the past, the present, and the future. Okay? Now, must only exists in the present. It's not possible in the past or the future. So in the past and the future, we use have to. So the past form is had to, and the future form is will have to. Okay, so in the present, if it's a personal obligation, must. An external obligation, have to. But in the past or the future, only have to is possible. All right, nice and easy? Good. Now look at these. In positive, the meaning is virtually the same, an obligation. But in negative, which should be here, it's completely different. All right. Look at number 3. You don't have to go to the party if you don't want. And number 4, you mustn't eat that cake. It's for the party. So let's look at the difference in negative. So you don't have to go to the party if you don't want means that there's no obligation. You can go to the party, but it's not necessary. Whereas mustn't, you mustn't eat that cake, is it's prohibited. All right? So with don't have to, no obligation. You can, but you don't have to do it. Mustn't is a prohibition. Now with mustn't, we can also use can't or be allowed to. For example, you can't eat that cake. You aren't allowed to eat that cake. Can't, mustn't, not be allowed to, it's all the same. All right, fairly simple? Good. Okay, so now it's time for you to have a little practice. I'm going to read 10 sentences, and I'd like you to complete the sentence with must, mustn't, have to, or don't have to. All right? You don't need to write the complete sentence, only the must, mustn't, have to, or don't have to. All right, are you ready? Let's go. Number 1, I eat junk food if I want to be healthy. I eat junk food if I want to be healthy. Number 2, we cross the street when the light is red. We cross the street when the light is red. Number 3, my mother get up early because she doesn't work. My mother get up early because she doesn't work. Number 4, I tell my boss that I will be late to work. I tell my boss that I will be late to work. Number 5, my father always reminds me that I study more. My father always reminds me that I study more. Number 6, you wear school uniform in this school. It's not necessary. You wear school uniform in this school. It's not necessary. Number 7, you make noise at night. You make noise at night. Number 8, you be careful while you are driving. You be careful while you are driving. Number 9, I get up early today. I have a meeting at 8 o'clock. I get up early today. I have a meeting at 8 o'clock. And number 10, they type the letters today. They can do them tomorrow. They type the letters today. They can do them tomorrow. Right, do you have the answer for each of the sentences? If you need to repeat, no problem. Go back and then go through the answers when you've listened enough times. All right? So, number 1 then, I mustn't eat junk food if I want to be healthy. It's a personal obligation. Number 2, we mustn't cross the street when the light is red. Yeah, it's prohibition. You're not allowed. Number 3, my mother doesn't have to get up early because she doesn't work. Remember in this one, the third person. I have to, you have to, she has to. In the negative, like here, I don't have to, you don't have to, she doesn't have to. So again, the sentence, my mother doesn't have to get up early because she doesn't work. Number 4, I must tell my boss that I'll be late to work. I must tell my boss that I'll be late to work. Number 5, my father always reminds me that I have to study more. Remember, this is coming from my father, so it's an external obligation. Number 6, you don't have to wear school uniform in this school. It's not necessary. Number 7, you mustn't make noise at night, especially in my house because I have a baby. No noise, please. Number 8, you have to be careful while you are driving. Okay, it's the law, the police will tell you. Number 9, I must get up early today. I have a meeting at 8 o'clock. And finally, number 10, they don't have to type the letters today. They can do them tomorrow. All right? Did you get all of them correct? Of course you did. Well done. Okay, now listen, next Friday is Semana Santa, so there's no video class. But the week after, there'll be another one on YouTube for you to look out for. All right? And hopefully very soon, we'll be back in the academy. All right, guys. Bye-bye. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.